Oscar BEVIS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm here in Stratford. It's the weigh-in ahead of the show at York on Friday night. I'm joined by headliner Conor Benn, who fights... You give his name a go and then I'll try.
I don't even know his name. Juicy.
Koivula?
Kuluvi.
Koivula?
Yeah.
Something like that. Former European title challenger. What sort of have you seen of Koivula?
I haven't watched his fights. I don't like watching my fights, and I saw my dad this morning and I went, Dad, I don't like watching their fights. He goes, son, I never watched none of my opponents. I didn't even watch my Joe McClellan opponent when I fought him. Didn't even watch it. And I thought, okay, I'll see where I get it from now. I let my trainer watch him, and then what my trainer would say is do this, and we'll work on it over 8 weeks, and that's it. I don't like focusing on what my opponent brings to the table. More focusing on what I can do, and I'll be able to deliver whatever comes on the night.
Have you been focusing quite a lot on perhaps altering your style? Because a lot of people have said, look, Conor will go in the ring, he likes to go and have a fight and a bit of a tear up. Have you sort of focused more on boxing, or is what we get from previous fights, is that just you, and is that how you're going to continue to fight?
No, it's just learning. It's about getting the balance right of fighting as well as boxing. Boxing, fighting. Using your ring craft, that'll come with experience. That's why each fight has been so drastic and so different, because I'm still learning, dealing with things on the night, and it'll all come. It's one thing you can't rush is experience.
Before this, you had a 9-month layoff. Are you sort of having to, you fought since then, have you sort of having to rebuild the momentum and sort of reset and go again? Or?
Nah, no way. The momentum's always there. I could have a year out and the momentum would still be there. I do want to have a good run this year. But injuries happen. They've done me a favour. The world of good, to be honest. So not really concerned. Even if I had one more fight after this year, that's fine with me, because there's no point rushing. But I would ideally like another 2 before the end of the year after this. But if I only had one more, if this was my last one, I'm still in the gym, still learning. So it's not time wasted.
I was actually about to ask about what you sort of want from this year. Are you sort of looking at titles or people specifically, or is it just get back in the ring and get going?
Listen, let me get this guy out of the way first. Before I start saying what I want. I've got a few ideas. People I know I want to fight, but I need to get my opponent out of the way first before I start looking at anyone else.
One name you've been linked quite heavily with is Josh Kelly. Did you manage to watch his fight on the Joshua bill?
Yeah, I did. It weren't all that really. Yeah, I didn't.
What do you think of his performance, and do you think that he made a case that he actually won the fight? Just your thoughts on that?
I think it was a draw. And lucky it was a draw, because in America they often give it to their fighters. So I think the other guy could have won it. It could have gone either way, but a draw is fair. I thought because it was being in America, I thought the other guy would have won it. That's my thoughts on that, really.
And just on the main event, of course, one of the biggest upsets in heavyweight history. Anthony Joshua loses to Andy Ruiz, stopped by Andy Ruiz after putting him down. Just your thoughts on the whole situation, because obviously...
I don't know if something went right.
I was going to say, because that's what a lot of people are saying, but Joshua's been quick to sort of get it out of the way that there was no excuses.
The truth is, we will never know. But it's funny how people say, oh, AJ should this and that and this and that. And it's like, hold on a minute. That's why you guys can't be fighters, because you guys don't know what it takes to be a fighter. To mentally come back from it and deal with that is enough. Let alone having people say, oh, if you lose to him again, you're finished now, you're a fraud. And all. It's just mad that people now, how they turn, how fickle they are. It's madness.
And if there was to be a rematch, which is rumoured for around October, November time, would you favour Joshua?
I think AJ will adapt. It'll be a very close fight game. I think Ruiz's style is all wrong for AJ, but I think AJ could adapt.
I just want to talk to you finally about Harley Benn. It's a shock loss by all accounts to a journeyman who before was 0-16. Have you sort of spoke to him since?
You say journeyman? I thought, 16 fights, 0 wins. I thought, this guy is a bum. Not a bum, sorry, journeyman.
But he boxed well, he did box well.
He boxed so good. He weren't no journeyman on that night, bro. Do you know what I mean? And then I watched it back, I thought, he actually come for it. So fair play to him, do you know what I mean? But with Harley, he's going to have to go back to the drawing board. I don't know why his matchmaker made that fight. Whoever his matchmaker is, that makes no sense. What do you gain from fighting someone who's had 16 fights and 0 losses? Even if he won and knocked him out, what do you learn from that? that makes no sense. That matchmaking is shocking.
And if you spoke to him, obviously he must be devastated, but he's going to come back later on in the year.
Devastated. What I said to him is, this will define you. How you come back defines you, not the loss. And I'm a strong believer in that, because when I had that hard fight with Paynard, I was down in the dumps. Because I shouldn't have had a hard fight with that guy. Then I thought, you know what, I need the rematch straight away. Got the rematch straight away, and then outboxed him over 10 rounds. So how you come back defines you. So that's what's important. Same with AJ.
Okay, well, Conor, thank you for speaking to IFL TV, and look forward to seeing you weigh in.